Good morning, comic people. I really like last vlog. I just started it right from the car, get right to the meat and potatoes, but I have something really cool I'd like to show you. So if you will, humor me real quick and we'll be right on our way to get the comics. So back around May of last year, I got very interested in everything I read videos. You usually see it when people read normal big people books, but I've seen it a lot in the comic community too. So I adopted this, and about every month since, on TikTok specifically, and a couple times on here as well to not great success, I've been putting out everything I read videos. Now my highest score, the most amount of single issues I've read in a single month is I think 186. I decided out of nowhere in February, where it makes I think the least sense because there's only 28 days, that I wanted to beat that record. Now you might say, Core, that's very ambitious, if you're even saying that at all. But I know you want to see how far I am so far. It's only the 4th of February, and here's everything I've already read. I think what I'm going to try to do is check in every week on TikTok, and I started a series called What I Read Wednesdays, where every Wednesday I'll show what I read Wednesday to Wednesday. That last Wednesday, this new comic book day, and you can see. This is how much I already have in February alone. I've gotten Geiger Volume 3, Rook Exodus Volume 1, My Lord, by the way, too. I'm going to take a second real quick, not long. Rook Exodus is one of my favorite stories of all time. The premise is amazing. I heard a couple people on TikTok kind of gassing it up, and one of my best friends, too. And I was a little like, okay, and it's that good. But I got, I think, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single issues, and then I got 2 other trades being Beta Ray Bill by Daniel Warren Johnson. Really good too. I just felt like it was a little short. It's not bad though. It's freaking amazing. It's just a little short. I think things move a little too quick almost. And then The New Gods by I think Ram V or Ram the Fifth. I'm not too familiar with the writer, but my lord, can they cook? I just got done with that last night. So I think I'm up to, let's see, 6, 5. And I think it was, I said 6 single issues, so 11, 17. And then I think 6 and 6, so 23 and 29. I'm already at basically 30 single issues within the first 4 days. To hit 200, I did the math, and I think it's around 7 single issues a day or a little bit more. And I think I'm perfectly on par, if not a little over. So I'm going to keep reading comics, keep it up, and I'm really excited to see how this month goes. And if you want to keep up with it, I'm going to do the What I Read Wednesdays on TikTok. And I think I have everything I read in January coming out too if you want to see what I read last month. But with that all out of the way, let's get straight to getting these comics. Because truthfully, this isn't a huge necessarily week for comics, but there's some really good stuff. It's kind of like a couple diamonds in the rough of like a pretty okay week. Now, it's always important, if you don't want to overspend, that you know what you want ahead of time going to a comic book shop. It's very tempting to start looking at those backlogs or completed sets or whatever else they have. So at least for me, what I'm planning on going in to get, and I've seen how much my 9 pulls are thanks to Comic Geeks. It might even be one more than that. I'm not sure. So I'm going to keep it at that. Starting out first, I want Absolute Green Lantern, just cover A. That's the one I like the best. It's got Tomar Ray right on the front in like his full red self, like the red aura basically. Absolute Superman, cover A too. I think that one's just honestly the best. I think cover C or D I honestly kind of liked, but cover A is just my favorite. DC AEW is coming out this week, the first one. And funny enough, again, I just really like cover A. It's got Jon Stewart on it too, so some Green Lantern love. And I think a bunch of people just kind of like flying through the air or something, if I remember correctly. Okay, for the rest of them, starting off with Batman by Matt Fraction, I think that cover A and H, if I can get it, that's a 1 in 25 though. So unless it's like a good price, I'm just not going to bother with it. Those are the best ones for me. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Godzilla's collab. Cover C for that is amazing. I really like that. We also have DCKO Boss Battle #1 dropping. I'm looking forward to getting cover, I think, B and E for that. B is Superman and Homelander. That's like the one I want the most. And then E is like Sub-Zero's on there. I think the Annabelle doll's on there. And then there's also this girl on the front that I'm not familiar with, but I know she's probably popular. And it's a wraparound variant, so there's probably a bunch of other people as well. What else do we have? Oh, a Night Fight cover C. I want that one so bad. I'm pretty sure that's all of it, but I'll have to check real quick. Also, I just got my breakfast from McDonald's, kind of like usual. This time I got a small orange juice. I almost always get the orange juice. I was really tempted to get like some kind of coffee today because I got like 5 hours of sleep. But I just want orange juice instead just because it's healthy, you know. It's probably one of the more healthy things that you can get at McDonald's. And then, like usual, I got my 2 sausage McMuffins. But this time I decided, I think I've had it at Taco Bell, like something similar. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a sausage burrito to try it. And they included this mild sauce, mild picante. So hopefully it's pretty good. But I'll have that to look forward to in my podcast for the rest of like the 45-minute drive. And around when we get there or when I'm there, I'll check in with you guys. All right, I'm outside of the comic book shop right now. It's literally 9:58. It's about to open. Mine opens at 10 a.m. I don't know if you guys' opens very early, but it's kind of nice because I can wake up early, spend that nice hour drive, and get here right on open. I can't wait to see what they got. I'm really excited. There's some really good variants this week, whether there's like amazing books or not. Wow. Every once in a while, you take a big L. But besides around, I think, the end of December, with DC just not putting out their books, this is about the biggest one I've taken yet. Let me get back home real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we're home. It's hard to hide something this big, so spoiler, one of the things I got. But basically what happened is no blame whatsoever on the shop owner. I can't remember his name, if it's Danny or something. I could be wrong on that. Seems like a great dude. Like I think literally last week or the week before, I showed in the video purposely him making sure to go outside and shoveling for his customers. That could be to avoid a lawsuit, but it seemed pretty nice to me and genuine. Like he wasn't like, oh, somebody might slip. It was like, let me get this for my customers. So I made sure to include that, but seems like a great dude. Basically what happened is FedEx or whoever delivers the comics was behind on schedule. And so basically none of the DC stuff was there. And I think even some other stuff too. And unfortunately, big DC guy here. I don't know. You would think that they would like ship out stuff earlier, but I don't know. I guess they have their schedules, and just this only time that I know of, it really got them. Besides when they took a break, I think in December or something. There was a week they just didn't put out books. But first, I might as well show you this. I got the Daredevil box for Stephanie Phillips' upcoming run. Stephanie, if you ever see this, I'm gonna be putting it in the TikTok too. We will be there. We will be getting the new run. But it's just a beautiful box, and I love the top too. Very nice. Very simple, too. I like when it's usually just like an all-black box. I think they do that most of the time. But since they didn't have legit most of, if basically any of the books that I wanted, I basically just got a lot of stuff that I've been looking at over time and keep putting off. Like, well, if I was to get it now, it makes my like haul that much more expensive. So first, DC Compact comic, Why the Last Man Unmanned, I think it's called. Yeah, Unmanned. Basically, the I guess synopsis or the quick like what the story is about on the back here. I'll just read. It says, in 2002, the world changes forever. Every man, every boy, every mammal with a Y chromosome everywhere on Earth suddenly collapses and dies. With the loss of more than half the planet's population, the gears of society grind to a halt. In a world of women are left to pick up the pieces and try to keep civilization from collapsing entirely. So basically what I'm gathering, obviously, only women left, and I'm assuming, like the name suggests, this is the only guy left. There's probably going to be something in the story where they reveal why he's the only one that survived, I'm assuming, and then the struggle with making sure to help out where he can and survive alongside all the women. Really cool seeming idea for the story, and I've heard it is really good, so I can't wait. Next, another like trader collected edition here. We have the Ultimates, volume number 1. I am so behind on Ultimate stuff. I think I've read Ultimate X-Men, first trade. I've read Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1 and 2. I'm going to get that trade soon too. I've read Ultimate Wolverine 1. No Black Panther yet. I'm going to get into that as well. But this, I heard, is one of the best of them. And I'm pretty sure it's by Dennis Camp. I don't know how to say the first part. I really apologize if I butchered that. But I've heard that this is good. So I'm really excited for this. I made sure to pick that up as well. Then some of the last two things. There was one issue that I wanted this week. A single one, but I did get it. But this is from last week. It's The Kids Are All Fight Special for DCKO. Last week I regretted not getting this. Something about it in my head, whether it's FOMO or just like, you know what, something about that does speak to me or it seems interesting. So I made sure to get it this week, and luckily they still had the variant I really wanted. You got Darkseid in the back looking terrifying, and basically all the kids or the younger ones are going to fight him. about to go to them. They're like struggling to open this keyhole. I love you have Cassandra Cain. I can never remember if it's Jonathan Kent or Connor Kent. And then I'm not sure who this is. It looks like a young Jay Garrick, but I think it's a girl that looks like him. So maybe it's, I think he had a daughter, right? I don't know. Guess I'm gonna find out. But literally the only issue that they had this week that I wanted, and again, oh, I forgot to tell this part. Another interesting part. I'll tell you in a second. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Godzilla issue number 3. I love this variant. Literally, like, there's this terrifying Godzilla, and he's coming for the turtles, and they're all just running away terrified. This is a cover. This is awesome. Also, for whatever reason, the pink background just really works. But obviously, got the Daredevil box. I'll show you the full thing really quick so you can see it up close and just see how cool this is. Marvel, if there's anything that they're really doing right now, it's the short boxes. These are amazing. DC needs to start putting out way more. Literally the only DC short boxes I have is the Kingdom Come one, and I might move my comics out of that soon and keep it in pretty good condition. Sadly, for whatever reason, that thing is worth a good bit. I mean, it's Alex Ross art. It makes sense. And then this Batman one. But the last bit I have to tell you before I show you some of the other stuff I'm going to do today, because I actually have some pretty cool plans for the rest of the day. What was really cool about this owner that I really appreciated, and I think probably most comic book shop owners would do this for you if anything similar ever happens to you. If you have pulls, what I did, because I was like, oh, I got a pull box, maybe this will work, and I was like, if not, it'd probably be bad. I'm just assuming he probably would. I went up to him, I said, hey, since the shipments are coming in, they were coming in at like 2 o'clock that day, 2 p.m., but I go at 10 a.m. because then I can get it out of the way, and it's like an hour there, hour back. I kind of have to do it early, otherwise it messes up the rest of my day before work. I was like, hey, is there any way, since you're getting it at 2 p.m., you could put the stuff I need in my pull box and I can get it next week? Because I only go once a week. He said, yeah, of course. And so I wrote down, I was like, hey, this cover for this one, this for this one. The only one that I think would be hard to get, the rest are just like basic covers that unless you go like really late in the week, you would be able to secure. So I put down all the covers I told you guys earlier in the books. And he's like, yeah, I can get that for you. He even, I was genuinely like, wow. When I asked him if I could do that, he goes, yeah, box whatever number, right? And I'm thinking, I mean, I've been here for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row, but you know my number and name now? He has like 300 some boxes. I don't know if he just never reset some of the earlier ones, like if people stop pulling their stuff, if he gives those out, or if he genuinely has like 300 active ones. I don't know. That's insane. That is genuinely insane. He's like, yeah, box this, right? He's on top of it. But yeah, so he did that for me. I'm very appreciative. So next week for sure, I'm going to be getting all my stuff from this week and the stuff from next week, of course, too. So be on the lookout for that. Besides that, I got a couple other things to do. I'll tell you ahead of time. Obviously, what I want to show you, I will. So probably the workout stuff again to see if I can, I guess, influence any of you to go to the gym. It's so good for you. It'll help strengthen your mind and body too, especially if you just kind of really enjoy it. It's kind of a nice space, unless it's like really loud and you constantly got music going, to just take a nice breath. Just enjoy yourself, work toward yourself, and in the top of your head, it's like, depending on how hard you work out, it's like I got the hardest thing done today. The rest of the day is easy. It's such a nice thing. But I plan on going out to eat with my sister and mom, and then me and my sister are going to the gym, and then probably just read a decent bit before work, and then just enjoy the rest of my day. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to show you what I do, not show you some stuff to enjoy it myself, and just have a great rest of my day. So here we go. Okay, I just got back. I did exactly what I said I was gonna. I ended up getting sushi with my mom and sister, and then I went to the gym with my sister. I did back and biceps today, and I only got 2 clips of footage today because I didn't have her record, and I didn't want to set it up in anybody's way and kind of risk it recording them and making them uncomfortable. Why would I do that? So I did back and biceps. For back, I did lat pull downs. I think 140 for each set, just a couple more than I usually do, a couple reps. I also did upper back machine rows where you're like this. I did get footage of that, of course. Then I did the seated cable rows. And then for biceps, I did dumbbell preacher curls and hammer curls. And I'll show on the screen, obviously, all the weights and everything. But besides that, we were killing some time. My mom couldn't work out with us because she's been having some problems with her back and stuff. And so me and my sister just walked around the mall. And we went to Five Below just to kill some time. And I was looking at some of the posters and different stuff just in case. And I found this for my cat. When you undo it, I can't demonstrate it because it's all, tied up. But it's like a fishing pole for your cat. I think that's kind of awesome. just so Odie can have something to do. And then I also got some of these Bear Bells protein bar cookies and cream. They're pretty solid. I mean, it's just nice extra protein. Depending on how you eat, you don't need any of the extra protein stuff. You might be able to get it all through your food. But for me, it's kind of sporadic. So I always like to, just in case. And I actually got new shorts today. When we were about to go to Planet, I was like, oh, I just remember too. Obviously, I have my pants from doing comic book day. And so we just went to Target real quick because it's literally right by the gym. Picked up some shorts and then I worked out. So that was really nice. But besides that, that's basically it. I mean, it was a great day. Now I'm either going to record a little bit more for the top 10 things I read in January or read some. We'll see. Probably record and then read. And then I just got work. So besides that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. If you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps so much. And I will see you very soon.